All right. We're back. Joe and I are back this morning. How you doing this morning, Joe?
Huh?
How are you this morning?
I'm here.
Evidently, Joe's not awake. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a very good weekend.
Good.
I was busy. I didn't have time to think. I refereed volleyball down at New Richmond. I hustled back, got back 10 minutes before game time, did the Wilmington College game, which was an excellent game, other than they lost. But it was just an excellent. They had a chance to win. They were on the 19-yard line when time ran out. When the other team intercepted on the goal line, and if he hadn't intercepted, it would have probably been a touchdown, and they would have won.
Wow!
Excellent game. And then Sunday, Rick and I went to watch the Ohio State club team beat the Michigan State club team. So, very, very nice weekend, other than they get a sleep in.
Well, I went down, to North Carolina, and boy, I'll tell you what, down there in Mount Airy, it was crazy. They were having, I think it was Mayberry Days.
Yes.
And it was
in September, I know.
Packed to the max. And
I've never been to Mount Airy. Now, had relatives that been there and took pictures all over the place. Were you in actually Mount Airy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you saw where...
I was going to go over to the Andy Griffith Museum. And many times I've been down there, I've never went in. And I thought, I'm going to go in. Well, no, I wasn't. Because they had food trucks all up along the line. They had people everywhere. I mean, you couldn't...
Oh, yeah.
It was hard to drive because some people they were kind of getting out into the street. So I got out of there. I went over to the state park, went over to Pilot Mountain State Park, and I went up to the observation side.
Right.
And then,
was that Pilot? You said Pilot Mountain? Because see, in the show, they made it Mount Pilot.
Yeah. Because the game got stormed out because they were worried about lightning Saturday morning. So I actually came home a day early.
Rick said, I think you were coming home a day early.
Yeah, I went ahead and come home Saturday because my daughter and her husband, they had plans, and the kids were looking forward to what was going on Saturday night, and I thought, I'm just going to come home.
A couple years ago, I'm going down to South Carolina, and that's after the hurricane that came north and over North Carolina and Tennessee and then washed out the road. So the road stopped. I can't go down I-40. So I had 75 to I-40. So I went down through 35 down and then finally hit I-77 and then go all the way down into South Carolina that way through North Carolina. And as I'm coming in from Western Indiana, Virginia to North Carolina, I looked over and I said, I don't have enough gas to get all the way, which I knew that. I'm going to pull over up here and get gas. I pulled over, got gas, and got back in the car and started driving. For some reason, I reached down and looked at the receipt, Mount Airy, North Carolina. Now, I'm out on the interstate, so I'm not near the actual town.
Yeah.
But that's the closest I've ever been to Mount Airy, North Carolina.
There's a lot of if you get out around, clear over to where my daughter and son-in-law live, if you go to some of the things down there, not very far out of Pilot Mountain, they'll say Mount Airy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. But anyway.
Well, people I think want to be associated. Since the shows went off and it's got even more popular than ever, I think it's more popular now than it was while it was on the air in a sense.
Yeah, we were talking about the weather and how the rain and storms. It looks like this week we're not going to have much chance of rain. Looks like we're going to have some pretty much dry weather. We're looking in the 80s.
I'm going to get out and water my flowers.
Lows in the lower 50s. Looks like we're going to have some decent weather. Time to get everything ready for fall. Make sure you're ready for, I'm not going to say it, the time of year that I really don't look forward to. Used to love it. Used to love
the W word?
Yeah.
I hate the W word. I've always hated the W word.
And the S word. But anymore, man, it seems like the older I get, the the less I care for that.
Well, when I was little, I was sick every winter, and my mom would not let me go out and play in the snow with my older brothers and cousins and stuff that went out and sled ride, or whatever you call it, went down the hill on a sled. Good morning, Vicky. And did all that. And so then by the time I'm able to finally get out, and play, by the time I'm 6, 7, I was like, it's cold outside. I don't want to go out there.
So we got Vicky, we got Rita, we got Joanne. The women are out watching you.
The women are watching this.
Codgers.
Well, Jerry's back.
Oh, is that?
That's why the women are back.
Oh, Jerry's back.
Jerry's back. Mr. Hook.
Didn't put two and two together there.
You didn't, Rick. They don't watch the show for you, Rick.
Good morning,
They
ladies.
watch the show for Jerry.
Yeah. I hear you.
I think I got Jerry a little red there.
Later on, we've got a Reagan Ellsroth coming in. That looks like 9 o'clock. We've got a guest coming in, but Rick's Cowboys last night wound up in a tie.
A tie. They didn't want to lose. They didn't want to beat the other team. Hey, let's just tie it. We'll have fun. Everybody get a little sticker.
They're just biding their time till Burrow comes play for them.
That was a good game, though. I mean, they were just trading.
I watched for a couple
One
of
would
minutes.
score, the other one score. One would score, the other.
So who did they play?
They played the Cheeseheads.
Oh, well, Green Bay's got a good team.
Yeah, they almost
Who did the Bengals play this? Tomorrow? Tonight?
they almost lost to the
Broncos.
Browns, that tough Brown team. The
Yeah.
Cheeseheads.
I don't know. The Bengals may lose tonight.
Bengals don't have Burrow. They mean it's not the same Bengal team when you take Burrow out of the game.
So on the weekend, sports-wise, Miami Trace defeats for their homecoming game. They defeated who?
Somebody. Chillicothe.
Joe can't remember Chillicothe.
I said
All right,
Chillicothe.
so they beat Chillicothe. That was a good game.
That was an excellent game.
Back and forth game there for a while, and then finally Miami Trace.
Miami Trace said, "Okay, we're done with this. Let's just go win it
They
and get it
scored a
over
couple
with."
touchdowns to finish it out, but so that was a happy homecoming. Wilmington, they won their homecoming game.
Won their
Who
homecoming.
did they play?
Was not Williamsburg.
Goshen? No, it wasn't
The
Goshen.
other W team down south,
Oh, Western Brown.
Western Brown.
Yeah, they played Western Brown. Western Brown's 0-6 or 0-5, whatever.
Something like that. They're on 6 now, I think.
And then, so Washington doesn't have their homecoming game till this weekend.
This weekend, guess where we'll be?
And it's against Chillicothe.
Against Chillicothe, who we were just at with Miami Trace.
Chillicothe's got a good football team. So then Saturday, there was homecoming at Wilmington College.
Wilmington College.
They didn't fare quite as well, but they did score some points.
They have a great offense. Wilmington College can take the ball and go down the field. They've got
a great quarterback.
They've got a great quarterback. They've got a couple great wide receivers. They've got a very good running back, and And then what happened was, with seconds to go in the game, they're using the clock and moving down the field. They got the ball and moved all the way down to the 19-yard line.
And they could have
Well,
won.
they were like on the 20-something, and the quarterback went back to pass, not there. Instead of throwing it away to kill the clock, he tucked it and ran with a very small time left on the game. We heard one of the coaches screaming over the intercom down to the other coaches, no, don't run, no, don't run. And as he went down, somehow his helmet got knocked off his head. The ruling is if you lose your helmet, you got to go out one play. Yeah. So
And
he
they
went
run-
out.
They run 10 seconds off the clock.
And they ran 10 seconds off the clock. They ran him out of the game. He comes, and the backup quarterback comes in the game, and they run a passing play, and guy goes to the end zone and cuts left. He's wide open. He throws to him. Looks like they're going to win the game, and a defensive player comes and jumps in front, intercepts it on the 1-yard line, and game over. And same thing happened up at, was it for Michigan State, and they Ohio State sent a backup quarterback in, and he threw an interception.
Right.
On the goal line.
That was the only Michigan State score of the game. But
Right.
the Michigan State coach, we talked to him after the game. We were heading back to the car, and he stopped and talked to us. And
He likes me.
yeah, everybody likes Joe. Anyway, he stopped to talk to us. He seemed like he was in a good mood for losing as bad as they lost, but it's a young team. That's the other thing.
I had players that played last year that were there to watch the first homecoming game. Some of them are still in school, and I'm sitting there just watching things over at the side, and all of a sudden they came up, "Hey, glad to see you're back this year. Hey, glad to see you back."
Well, they're just glad to see
I don't
you.
know if anybody came
They're
up to
glad to
Rick
see
and
he's
said that,
alive,
but they said it to me.
Because they didn't expect him to be alive from one year to the next.
Hey, Vicky says we started harvest yesterday. Winter's coming, boys. Thanks, Vicky.
Vicky, we do not
Thanks
use the
for
W word.
reminder.
We do not say the M word or the W word.
Rick Morton says, "Hey guys."
Yeah. Good morning, Rick.
Hey, Rick, I'm in your spot.
We miss having you in here, Rick.
He's always got something interesting to talk about. Helps.
Oh yeah. Rick does a lot of stuff. He's into a lot of stuff.
And I think, because I've not heard back from Sarah yet, but Sarah was going to be trying to get a hold of the other newspaper there in Hillsborough to see if they wanted to do our news, weather, and sports. Because we'd like to have an entity that's a reputable entity, be able to do our news, weather, and sports. So we're just given, the information and we read it. That way we don't have to worry so much about the political side.
Yeah.
Or, even if it's not liking the weather report. We could have Joe do it.
Uncle Punky goes out, looks at the sky, comes back in, tells us what the weather is.
Well, I'll tell you what. From what I saw a while ago, and this is a week, like I say, to get it. If you're going to get something done, get it done.
You think it's going to get cold after this?
This is going to be a really nice week, from what I saw.
You look at, we're going into October. Yesterday was the 28th of September, and it was still like 88 degrees outside during the football
Well,
game.
that's what Jerry was telling me. He was out mowing grass most of the day yesterday, sweating like a pig. And I said, well, Joe and we stopped at Roosters on the way back in Grove City, and we came out of the restaurant, and what did I say? I said, boy, it's really hot.
It's still really hot, It's like 5:30 in the evening or something like that.
How hot it was. And sure, we expect the temperature's going to, it'll be.
I was expecting 81, 82. When I looked at what the temperature was, like 3 or 4 days before, is it going to rain or chance of rain? It said high of 81, 4% chance of rain. Well, the coach on the air said something about, well, I know it's only 87, 88 out here right now, but it's like 115 on the field. And I'm like, I don't think it's 88, is it? So we looked at it, and it was. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't think it was that hot.
Well, that's why in the tower I wanted to be on that side, because the sun on the other side, the equipment gets overheated.
You don't care where I'm
We're up
at.
in this metal
He just.
Well, it's supposed to be 86 today.
The main thing I worry about is rain. As long as we don't get rain, we can, especially when we're outside, we can do these.
Now, the next 2 games will be inside. Next week, we're at Ohio. We're at Denison.
Yeah.
And then, we'll be in
a press box.
We'll be in a press box. The next week, we're at Ohio Wesleyan, and we'll be in a press
Are
box.
we in Ohio Wesleyan the next?
Very next week. The next 2 weeks are Denison, then Ohio Wesleyan, and so back-to-back weeks there of that. Then they have an off week.
Right.
Then we start.
And
I
this
think
Saturday,
Toledo's the first game.
we're going to do a live from the Haunted Junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be.
You gonna be there? He said we.
No, I meant you, Joe.
No, you meant Jerry.
No, I meant you.
I don't do haunted things.
You would scare them.
I
You're going to
would.
sit in the chicken chair.
That's why they don't want me there. They don't want me scaring away the people who are coming to be scared.
The little kids. So anyway, yeah, we'll be at the haunted junkyard in Sabina, Ohio.
Remember, I did not say that. That's Rick saying Sabina.
Well,
not me.
that's what it says. And I was trying to get Dave. I've got to give him a call today. I was trying to get another commercial so that we had a couple different commercials. And he sent me something, but the software that he used it with, for some reason, it would. I put an app on my phone so I could open it. It doesn't do it. So I'll have to see if I can go out today, because I have to do a walkthrough anyway, so that I know where we're going to set up, where the camera's going to be, that kind of thing. And of course, this past weekend was their first weekend, so I'll talk to him and see how they did. Hopefully, they had a busy weekend. I think most of these haunts have been busy, even the ones that opened a couple weeks ago. Because there were a couple haunts here in Ohio.
I remember when the hunt started, they didn't start till like mid-October, and now they're starting in September,
Yeah, well, it's like everything else. And they run late, too. I mean, they run into November.
I went into Sam's Club because I stopped in Chillicothe to gas up. Went into Sam's, and the Halloween stuff was about gone. Boy, Christmas was out. They had packed with Christmas. They had all the Christmas stuff out. Oh, yeah.
It's not even October yet.
Yeah. I'm like, man.
When I worked at Kohl's, the employees, we were even upset that it was out before November, and here it is already out in September.
Well, don't they have Thanksgiving, or they forget that?
That's almost...
You
that's
don't see
fall.
much of Thanksgiving stuff anymore.
They just have fall.
Fall, yeah, right.
Thanksgiving falls into fall. Orange colors and orange pumpkin.
I think I saw somewhere where Sabina's going to have some kind of a harvest festival or something this year.
Seriously?
I don't know. Anybody's out there that knows about that, let us know. I thought I saw that somewhere.
A harvest festival or
Like
something?
a harvest festival. I don't know.
A lot of farming going on around Sabina?
Oh, yeah.
Is there farms around Sabina?
Yeah.
The metropolis?
They used to come in. I never will forget. We had a team come in when my daughter was playing softball. And these girls from the other team got off the bus. And they were making fun of, they gonna fly.
She loves you.
Making fun of East Clinton being, they said, well, this is just school in the middle of a cornfield. And it was so funny when the girls beat them.
Yeah.
Put them back on the bus.
Well, East Clinton is in the middle of
Oh,
the
yeah.
cornfield.
It is.
I mean, literally, they talked about in the early days of Clinton Massey, when they had and even there's still cornfields around Clinton Massey, but Clinton Massey, there's there's more houses and stuff around Clinton Massey.
That it used to be, yeah.
Yeah, because it's built up around there. But East Clinton is still out in the middle of a cornfield.
And where the football field is, when I went to high school, that was a cornfield. I mean, that's a big cornfield. We went out, and it went out, and then just sort of dropped down, and it was like they made that like a football field, but it was too small to be a real football field. But they had lines on and stuff. Well, the band practiced there for the football games, and the football team did practice there for the football games. But now beyond that,
So where did they play football?
at Wilmington College, of our home games or the away school. So we played our home games at Wilmington College, and
How long did they do that? I don't remember. that.
several years, because they didn't have a stadium. As long as we don't have a stadium, you either had to play all away games or you found some place to host your home games.
Well, and then Wilmington High School, they played games at Wilmington College because they didn't have lights, or the lights, they were used in the college because the college had lights.
Right, you could play late.
So the college probably was used for a lot of different high schools. I don't know, but what's this here?
Let me bring up something in the news just to get it out there.
Cornfield.
There was a student found deceased in the Ohio State football stadium, which they used during the weeks and stuff. They don't think there was anything, any foul play.
They think he
They think they're not sure. They're not saying. I mean, it could have been something he took. or it could have been a heart attack. You know, even young students sometimes do have a heart attack or something. You
But
know,
he was inside the stadium where he shouldn't have been.
well, we're not sure if he shouldn't have been in there. Like I said, there
I
are
don't know whether he worked
and there may be classes or something because students used to even live in there, and so there may be the football players used to live in there. It just says university do not say how Myers died, but confirm that foul play was not suspected. That's all they say.
So
And he was a student from Connecticut.
All right, well, let's take a break. We'll do some commercials, and we will be back.
All right, I'm gonna go with the little boys.
The final resting place haunted junkyard is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Our hours of operation are 8 to 12 of midnight Friday and Saturday nights through the month of October. Our opening weekend is the last weekend of September.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, the perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com, or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome to downtown Wilmington, Ohio, the place to be. Experience something new with your family and friends in this vibrant and family-friendly historic district. When it comes to dining, shopping, and entertainment, downtown Wilmington has it all. From quick bites to high-end diners, we have a variety of food options to satisfy your taste buds. Explore our artisan boutique shops, jewelers, and florists for unique finds. Pamper yourself with soothing spa treatments, rejuvenating massages, and stylish haircuts at our top-notch studios. Dive into the world of art with our captivating galleries, and catch a show at the historic Murphy Theater featuring awe-inspiring performances and cultural events. Immerse yourself in history by visiting our iconic landmarks, such as the Murphy Theater, historic General Denver Hotel, our Cultural History Center, and beautifully preserved historic architecture. Throughout the year, Main Street Wilmington hosts a variety of exciting events that embody the spirit of our town. From the Hometown Holodazzle Illuminated Parade to the family-friendly Halloween event and our lively wine walk, there's always something fun happening. Additionally, the Convention and Visitors Bureau presents a summer concert series featuring the annual Rock the Block, and we also have our weekly farmers markets. We boast a designated outdoor refreshment area where you can purchase alcoholic beverages and carry them as you explore the town. So what are you waiting for? Plan your next weekend getaway in downtown Wilmington. Head over to mainstreetwilmington.com for all the latest updates on events, dining, shopping, and entertainment. Downtown Wilmington, Ohio is the place to be.
All right.
We extend our gratitude to Ralph's American Grill, World Equestrian Center, and R&L Carriers for their sponsorship that supported the creation of this video.
Car Express, keep moving. 740-248-5300, Troy Bach. Troy Bach can get you a car. If he doesn't have on his lot what you're looking for, tell Troy what you're looking for. He can probably find you the right car, but the odds are he may have the car you're looking for. Go see Troy Bach, Washington Courthouse, right across from Washington City Schools. 740-248-5300. Keep moving.
So, Vinyl Coffee is supposed to be attempting to open today. They moved their equipment yesterday, and they're attempting to get open today if the health department complies. But so they'll be open sometime in the next day or two. But currently, Vinyl Coffee is not open in their old location because all the equipment is.
That's not Uncle Punky, is it?
Yes, that's Uncle Punky. He's waiting for this to all come down so maybe we can get.
I mean, is he the one that's going to give him the okay to open?
Oh, no. Well, that would be good because then we know that we can get it. But anyway, so hopefully here shortly, a Wake Up Washington Courthouse will be in the works Because it looks like Courthouse will be next before Hillsborough, simply because the coffee
People.
shop is now
Well,
ready.
the coffee shop open, we've got a location possibly,
Right.
and we actually have people set up to do the
Host
show.
it. Yeah. So anyway. So are we?
No, Vicky's saying that her boys was proud to go to Cornfield High. Now, which one was that? Is that
East
Cornfield?
Clinton.
Is that Cornfield East Clinton or Cornfield?
Or Massey, yeah. Both of them are country schools
Yeah.
out in the country.
I mean, I had 3 girls that graduated from East Cornfield.
East Cornfield,
Yeah.
you got East Cornfield and West Cornfield.
Yeah. But yeah, I think 2000, 2007, 2011.
All right. So why don't we get some of this stuff out of the way for like this day? Did we do it this day in history today?
I have one. I
You
think.
had daughters graduating at that age, 2007, 2011. I had grandkids graduating
Yeah,
at that
Vicki
age
says
at that time.
Because I'm assuming that when we have the young lady in to talk about her business in the second hour, that'll mainly take up that second hour. So we probably want to get some of our stuff out of the way. Now, I don't know how we would play the game because we don't have any bodies.
No, it's you and Jerry against the world, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, if we're doing this day in history, this is September the 29th. In 1789, a regular army was established by the U.S. War Department with several hundred men. In 1951, the first network football game was televised by CBS TV in color.
In color, even.
Yeah.
And what football game was that?
That was a game between the University of California and the University of Pennsylvania.
See, he had that information. He's Johnny on the spot.
Boy, he is.
But you know what? I couldn't find where it gave the score
No,
of
no.
who won.
He's Jerry on the spot.
Oh, Jerry on the spot.
on the spot.
Yeah. In 1957, the New York Giants played their last game at the Polo
The
Grounds.
Polo Grounds.
The next year, the Giants were in San Francisco. In 1960, My Three Sons debuted on ABC TV.
Fred McMurray.
Ed McMurray. You know, it's funny because when I'm thinking back about that, I'm thinking, well, that show must have been on like 56, 57. It didn't even start till 60. And there's a lot of those shows that I remember watching as a little kid that I'm thinking are like in the 50s and this maybe came to the 60s, weren't even there till the 60s, you know, and stuff. And it's like, wow. Go ahead, Jerry.
In 1962, U.S. President John F. Kennedy nationalized the Mississippi National Guard in response to city officials defying federal court orders, the orders that had been to enroll James Meredith in the University of Mississippi. In 1967, the International Monetary Fund reformed monetary system around the world. In 1977, Eva Shane became the first woman to officiate a heavyweight title boxing match.
Wow.
About,
Does it say who were the boxers?
about 70 million people watched Muhammad Ali defeat Ernie Shavers on NBC TV.
Yeah, Jerry sent it my way.
The flies over.
It's now bothering me, Jerry.
There's one over here too. We must have a family in here.
Well, I killed the baby a while ago when I went out.
Yeah,
so
that's why they're after us.
they're
this
after us
morning.
now, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember this one. In 1982, in Chicago, Illinois, 7 people died after taking capsules of extra strength Tylenol that had been laced with cyanide. 264,000 bottles were recalled.
Wasn't it somebody, they did it while it was on the shelf in the store, if I remember that right?
So
Yeah.
it was not targeted. to a specific individual.
No, they just went in the store, somehow put a needle in it or something, or opened it up, put them in, and then closed it back up. That's why so many things are sealed today.
Yeah, they didn't used to, everything wasn't sealed like it is now.
you just closed and you went. But people were crazy people were going in stores and contaminating
Well,
things.
do you remember here a few years ago when they were going in and opening up the ice cream, licking the ice cream, and then putting the lid back on?
I remember.
And now they've all got the seal and
Yeah, we got a plastic seal around that.
Jeez.
I remember hearing about that where people actually opened the ice cream, did a lick, and then put the top back on, put it back in there.
People, they're crazy. They're absolutely nuts.
In 1986, Mary Lou Redden announced that she was quitting gymnastics.
1996?
In 1986.
1986.
You know, and man, if you think
I
about it.
just said it doesn't seem like it's been that
Yeah, I
long
know.
ago.
Man, time flies. In 1988, the Space Shuttle Discovery took off from Cape Canaveral in Florida. It was the first manned space flight since the Challenger disaster.
Wow.
In 1994, the U.S. House voted to end the practice of lobbyists buying meals and entertainment for members of Congress. Sure they did. Wonder how that's working.
Yeah.
And in 1998, Hasbro announced plans to introduce an action figure of retired U.S. General Colin Powell.
Colin Powell.
An action figure?
Yep. You know, I don't know whether that ever happened or not. I
You think they just talked about it, but they never really did.
yeah, I don't know whether they actually did it or not.
I'm
Talked
not.
about it.
Again, I don't have little kids anymore,
Yeah.
so
You
don't
know,
know if anybody.
I don't know whether you guys ever wonder about how sayings come about,
Yes.
different things.
I think about that all the time.
And I pulled up a thing here that some of the sayings, and we'll do a few of them. You know,
Let's see if we can guess.
well, I'll tell you one that, and I don't have it on here, but I've ran across it about 3 or 4 times. The whole 9 yards. You know where that came from?
I would say when they went to buy something, things came in 9-yard material or whatever.
You're
and,
close.
And so when they come in, they say, "We'll just take the whole 9 yards."
You're close. It takes 9 yards of material to make a suit. If it's a full suit, it takes 9 yards. That's the vest and the suit coat and the pants. And that's where the full 9 yards
So
came
they'd
in.
buy I'm going to make a suit, so just give me the full 9 yards.
Right, right. Close, but no cigar.
Oh, that was from Bill Clinton, wasn't it?
Oh, no. Stayed.
Yeah.
Stayed.
Back in the 1800s, you'd hear the phrase, if you were a loser at a carnival. Common prizes back then were cigars, so a smug carny would use the phrase on you if you were close to winning but still lost and wouldn't be getting a prize.
So you close, but no cigar even.
cigar.
You don't even get a cigar.
Yeah.
So close, but no cigar.
Burning the midnight oil.
Rick, you ought to know that one.
Yeah, because I work
You
24/7.
burning the midnight oil. Again, something about they used to keep oil, the extra oil to off cooking or whatever to use to cook, and probably used it. You know, it was called the midnight oil for being late. And if the
It's this one's pretty straightforward because the phrase means you're staying up late and working hard on something. Back before electricity, candlelight or lamp oil was used to light up a room.
Exactly.
When you were staying up late for work, you were literally burning the oil at midnight.
Why did you know that, Joe?
I don't know.
Get off your high horse.
Wouldn't get off your short horse. So.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know whether there's a high horse and a short horse or not. Is a high horse is just a regular height of a horse?
Yeah, but getting
Well-
off your high horse meant like you're feeling uppity to somebody, and it's like, hey man, get off your high horse. which meant come down to where we are. So I don't know if it has anything to do with something like that.
It goes back to, actually, it goes clear back to medieval. And owning a horse was a sign that you were part of the upper class. The phrase, get off of your high horse, was asking the uppity horse owner to jump off the horse, humble themselves, and lose the entitlement.
So here's a quiz. In your entire lifetime,
It's only been a couple years for me.
how many years do we sleep
Um,
out of our life?
Ooh.
How many years do we spend
Well,
sleeping out of our life?
Basically, if you're, if it's a 24-hour day and you're supposed to sleep 8 hours technically, so that'd be a third of my life I've been sleeping if you went just by that. And me, I've been sleeping probably closer to half of my life.
You're sleeping right now.
I'm sleeping right now.
Wow.
So, are you going to hesitate to guess, Mr. Davis?
Well, no, what's the question again? Read the question. Well, I can't answer it unless I know exactly how you read it.
How many years of our life do we spend sleeping?
Well, how many years? If a guy's 40 and a guy's 80, those are two different.
I'm talking about
A third of the time. A third of your years.
the time that we live. So how many years is that?
I'm going to say 20 years.
You say 20?
Yeah.
Joe?
25.
28.
Wow.
We sleep 28 years.
Well,
of
again,
our life.
if you're 75 years old and a third of your thing was
25
sleeping,
right there.
it's going to be 25.
If you're like me, then do the 4 hours a night sleep. They say you should get 8 hours. I'm never getting over 4 hours.
I probably sleep an average, I would say 6 at most.
I sleep between 6 and 7,
I
unless
can't.
it's one of those days where I'm just literally wiped out
If
and
I
I will
lay in
sleep.
bed very long, my back starts hurting. I cannot lay in bed.
Now, there's been many nights where I've actually woke up. I didn't have anything to, I'm retired now, didn't have anything to do. And I'd lay back, lay back, and I'd fall back to sleep. But as far as waking up and able to get up and, take a shower and go, I average probably 7 hours is my normal sleep. And I've done it in 4 or 5 hours and still went on. And what gets me is these people, young people today, calling in or not going to work because, well, I didn't get to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going into work tomorrow. Well, there's been many days I didn't get to bed till like 4 o'clock in the morning and had to get up at 7 o'clock to get ready for work. And you got up and went to work. That's what you did.
Okay, I got a couple of good ones here. As mad as a hatter. I've heard that one before. Have you heard that one?
Seemed like I've heard the.
So what is a hatter? Is a hatter a person that
Makes hats.
So why would someone that makes hats get mad?
Well,
There was also the one from
it's
Alice in Wonderland.
it said that's what this says. It says, you remember the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland? He's based on a real issue that was common with hatters in the 17th and 18th century. A side effect of making felt hats was often mercury poisoning, which can
Cause them to go mad.
issues that can make you go insane or mad.
So it was the mercury that was
In the felt
associated with the
material
felt.
or whatever the make
So
it.
does felt is the process of making felt? Does it cause you to?
Yeah,
Remain
where's the
mercury?
mercury coming in there? Do you know? Does it say
It doesn't say.
It just says that that's
Yeah,
that
there's
is an ingredient.
ingredient in making a felt hat?
And you know what? They talk about mercury poisoning in that, and they had those light bulbs that had the mercury in them. And if you broke one of those light bulbs, you were supposed to literally have the EPA remove it, which is crazy.
I can remember being in school and a teacher breaking a thermometer and having this and putting putting it in the student's hand and watching it roll around in their hands, and then you'd go like that, put it in another student's hands, and the teacher was showing us how the mercury rolls around. And
in chemistry. We had a bottle of mercury in in the cabinet in chemistry, and we did that same thing, you know. And somebody drop it, and they go, and then little beads would
Little
roll
beads
everywhere.
of all over the place.
Yeah.
He was called Mad Hatter because the chemical from the hat making made, I think it
Him.
was him go mad with craziness.
Who wrote that? Mad Unleashed. Who's Mad Unleashed? Magic Unleashed. Oh, I know
Our
who that is.
magician, Jake.
Jake. Yeah, as soon as I said that, I knew it was Jake.
Jake has several aliases.
Well, he has every week it's a different name.
This is his latest alias. And I think it has something tied together with his magic.
It probably does. Any more? These are interesting, Jerry.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Grain of salt. Just take it with a grain of salt, Rick. What's that mean?
This phrase,
Well, grains of salt are small.
yeah. Well, this phrase has one of the oldest origins on this list. Originally seen in 77 AD, this phrase wasn't made popular until the 17th century. It was thought that a grain of salt would help with digestion and could also be an effective antidote for poison.
Just a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Not salt, but
Not
a
just
grain.
salt.
Was that in relationship to the Mad Hatter? And the,
I'm thinking if you're a hatter and you're starting to go mad from
Give him
the
a grain of
mercury,
salt.
take salt.
well, you know, we get iodine now in salt because you get that, what is it, the thing with the
Goiter.
thrombosis or whatever
I
it
know
is.
what it is.
You
It's
know, it has to
Adam's
do with
apple
the,
root.
in your throat. So you have iodine, which occurs not naturally, but which occurs in salt. They put it in salt in order to control that or to keep.
I get big ankles from too much sodium.
Well, there's adverse effects with just about anything. Too much sugar, not enough sugar. Too much salt, not enough salt.
That's Steve back there.
How about
No, that's who did some work at the theater.
how about hair of the dog that bit you?
Well, the hair of the dog has to do with hangover, doesn't it?
Well, this is a popular term for hangover cure that means that you should try drinking some of what you had last night to get rid of the sick feeling, which is a bad idea.
Well, I was going to say that's what they always act like they suggest, but I heard like Worcestershire sauce or some kind of if you concoction that you mix together.
Anything that didn't taste good.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good. So
The original phrase is from medieval times and is actually about rabid dogs. The idea was that applying a hair from the dog that bit you to the wound would make it heal quickly.
So if you get bit by a rabid dog, grab his hair and rub it where he bit you.
but you'll still die. Of
And you'll
rabies.
still die.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the wound will heal up fine, but you'll be dying of rabies, lockjaw or whatever it is. What do you get when you get rabies? Is it lockjaw?
I never had it, so I wouldn't know.
And I don't even know what lockjaw actually is, whether your jaw locks up. Or,
But it was amazing that the one about drinking too much, Rick knew all about that one.
Yeah. How about a baker's dozen?
That's the 13.
13 donuts.
Well,
And well, where did it come from? Why
I
did
think that didn't bakers add an
They-
extra donut
they add an extra?
to the donuts?
did you know why?
Well, because
It was a thank you or
most
something.
people had 13 kids back then.
Okay. Did you know a baker's dozen has 13 units and instead of 12? This is because of cruel laws that would have bakers be fined or flogged for selling underweight bread. To avoid this, bakers would give an extra loaf of bread to avoid being accused of shorting people.
Did not know that.
Was this entire loaves of bread? So
Well, it says.
a baker's dozen was 13 loaves of bread.
Bread. And again, how big was a loaf of bread back then? It could have been just a small little
Yeah,
thing.
if they were selling underweight bread, they could be fired or fined or flogged. Huh, man. I wouldn't want to be a baker back then.
Man, no.
Well, I was going to say, flogging, that would be your punishment. Like, fining is one thing when you're paying, you have to pay some money, but, if you're out on the flogging stand or whatever, and they're whipping you with the whip,
That's a little extreme.
a little harsh. A little harsh there.
Tell us more, Jerry.
Well, how about flying by the seat of your pants?
Flying by the seat of your pants. Well, I tell you what, if I was bad, my mom got a switch. I was flying by the seat of my
Well,
pants.
flying by your seat of your pants is sort of like on, I don't know that they're really flying though, are they?
Not necessarily.
No. So
Although it did come from originally from somebody flying.
was this like the wing walkers?
Well, do you remember?
What year did it start?
They refer to 1938.
Okay, so they were already flying planes by that time, so.
Well, how could you not be flying by the seat of your pants if you can't fly?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to figure. I mean, it could have came out about maybe they were talking about a witch flying on a broom or something, you know.
Flapping your broom. Well, there's going to be a lot of broom flying here coming up shortly.
Don't laugh.
Have you guys ever heard of Wrong Way Corrigan?
Yes,
Okay.
Wrong way, what?
Corrigan.
Corrigan.
Is he the one that scored the touchdown for the other team?
No. A funny phrase means that you've decided to do something without thinking it through or having a good plan. We do that a lot.
Yes,
Or,
especially Rick.
or any useful tools to help you. It was inspired by Douglas Corrigan's 1938 flight from the U.S. to Ireland. The aviation term was coined after Corrigan went the wrong way and had to make up his own plan to get home.
So, wait a minute, he was flying a plane
Yes,
from the U.S.
to
Ireland.
to Ireland.
They got disoriented and flew the wrong direction.
And he wound up going completely in a different direction. And he was, yeah.
So he was like headed to Russia or something.
And they said, and wherever he landed, he had to get home. And so they said, well, you got to get in the plane and get yourself home because you end up where you didn't belong.
So he did fly back home? Is that what happened?
But that was
Do we
flying
ever-
by the seat
Do
of
we
his.
ever know where he landed that he wasn't supposed to be?
I don't remember. Why don't
Well-
you look it up for us, Rick, while we're
Well,
talking?
I saw a thing. It was on one of those, the old news clips they used to have, and they showed. I saw one of those that was about him, and I don't remember him saying where
Where
he
did
wound up landing.
Wrong Way
back.
Corrigan go?
Joe's asking Google.
Asking
Yeah.
Google. He went from New York to Dublin, Ireland in 1938 after being denied permission for a transatlantic flight. He claimed to have made a navigational error, but most believed he intentionally flew the wrong way to achieve his dream of flying the Atlantic. I think he wanted to go to like Paris, fly the Atlantic. They wouldn't let him, so he flew to Ireland. And people were saying he flew the wrong way. But his others said he flew there on purpose, so he could still say he flew over the
Flew
Atlantic Ocean.
across the Atlantic.
His legendary, if unorthodox, flight to Dublin earned him the nickname Wrong Way Corrigan and a hero's welcome back in the United States. So he flew
I
home.
think that my rendition where the football player ran the wrong way and scored a touchdown, that's a much better story. So I'm going to stick to that one. That's the Wrong Way Corrigan.
Let's see. Corrigan modified his plane Sunshine, had a leaking gas tank, a basic compass, and no radio or parachute, all reason aviation experts denied his request to fly across the Atlantic.
Well, why would you need a parachute in a plane?
If you're flying across the Atlantic and you're having trouble and you parachute, You're going down the Atlantic with a parachute or a plane. What makes a difference?
It depends on how. I don't think planes back then were that high off the ground. So if he was flying the Atlantic, he was probably flying at less than 1,000, 2,000.
Oh, yeah.
Here's where the wrong way gets in. He took off from Long Island, New York, with a plane flight to return. When he got to New York, he says, "I want to fly across the Atlantic." They wouldn't let him. No, you do not have permission. He goes, "All right, I'm going to fly back to California." So he gets the plane to fly to California and flew to Ireland.
Yeah.
And they said he didn't go many people said he didn't accidentally go the wrong way. He just flew to Dublin, Ireland, so he could still say, "I flew across the Atlantic Ocean."
Good morning, Michelle Tebow.
Yes. Good morning, Michelle.
I haven't looked at the numbers from yesterday's Buckeyes game, but it was close to 2,000 the last time I looked. 2,000.
2,000 viewers watching our game last night. Anybody watching this show, if you watched our Ohio State club football game yesterday, not last night, but yesterday, let us know. Let us know you watched the game. Lie. Tell us you did anyway.
No, no. But go down like a lead balloon.
Is that another phrase that we're talking about?
It's the last one I'm on.
A lead balloon?
Go down like a lead balloon.
Well, you usually put water or you put air in a balloon. So if you put lead in it, it ain't going nowhere. It's going down.
Well, this is weird. In
You got
present
visitor.
day, this phrase means something that was poorly received and didn't go over well. The saying came from U.S. newspapers in the early 20th century and was inspired by hot air balloons that were made of lead. Those balloons quickly sank and making them pretty useless. They had, the material they used had lead in it.
Oh, you mean like dirigible?
Yeah, the hot air balloons.
Hot air balloons, with a
The
basket.
first hot air balloons. The material they used had a content
Not a full
of lead.
dirigible,
You're
just
here to
a.
talk about your business, aren't you? Okay. Well, we'll take a break and then we'll bring in our guest.
All right.
You'll be
and we will
sitting
learn
back here.
all about business. Okay. All right. Turn microphones are off.
The final resting place haunted junkyard is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Our hours of operation are 8 to 12 of midnight Friday and Saturday nights through the month of October. Our opening weekend is the last weekend of September.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, the perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com, or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome to downtown Wilmington, Ohio, the place to be. Experience something new with your family and friends in this vibrant and family-friendly historic district. When it comes to dining, shopping, and entertainment, downtown Wilmington has it all. From quick bites to high-end diners, we have a variety of food options to satisfy your taste buds. Explore our artisan boutique shops, jewelers, and florists for unique finds. Pamper yourself with soothing spa treatments, rejuvenating massages, and stylish haircuts at our top-notch studios. Dive into the world of art with our captivating galleries, and catch a show at the historic Murphy Theater featuring awe-inspiring performances and cultural events. Immerse yourself in history by visiting our iconic landmarks, such as the Murphy Theater, historic General Denver Hotel, our Cultural History Center, and beautifully preserved historic architecture. Throughout the year, Main Street Wilmington hosts a variety of exciting events that embody the spirit of our town. From the Hometown Holodazzle Illuminated Parade to the family-friendly Halloween event and our lively wine walk, there's always something fun happening. Additionally, the Convention and Visitors Bureau presents a summer concert series featuring the annual Rock the Block, and we also have our weekly farmers markets. We boast a designated outdoor refreshment area where you can purchase alcoholic beverages and carry them as you explore the town. So what are you waiting for? Plan your next weekend getaway in downtown Wilmington. Head over to mainstreetwilmington.com for all the latest updates on events, dining, shopping, and entertainment. Downtown Wilmington, Ohio is...
Phones are on, and we're back.
All right, we get Reagan Elsroth,
Yes, Ellsworth.
and you're from and you're Mercantile,
Yes, the mini mercantile.
Mini Mercantile.
Sourdough breads and treats.
Yeah.
I love
So,
sourdough.
give us welcome.
Thank
And
you.
give us a little bit of the background of your business.
Okay.
As far as how did you get started? And
All right. So I opened a children's clothing boutique, which is a far cry from a bakery, right?
yeah.
That was when I left a full-time position and I needed to do something from home so I could be with my little kids, right? So I opened that and I started going to craft fairs, vendor markets, things like that. The market was a little saturated in that. Not only that, but we had shipping and taxes on that. And it made things a little bit difficult. And I can't imagine still having that to this day, right? Because of the tariffs coming in.
Apologize for the fly.
Yeah, I know, a little fly.
He likes this.
It's
your pet?
No, it's his.
Oh, did we name him?
No, not yet. He's
Sorry.
been called a few things, but
We can't say it on
Can't
the air.
say
we
some
can't.
of the things we called it on
it's
the air.
not that we could say. And
That's all right.
We're good.
That's all right. So anyway, I started with that. And then I got so busy with that, I decided I needed a hobby. Okay? I needed a hobby. I needed a hobby that didn't involve making money. So funny, right? I know. So I started posting my bread on Facebook stories. And I feel like once you sell one thing, people are kind of intrigued and they know they could push you to sell another thing, right? And that's basically what happened with my bread is I got nudges from the community to start selling my bread. This was in the middle of winter. And I tend to have like my best thoughts when I'm alone, right? So a lot of that time is involved in the bathroom, right? Getting ready, dressed for the day. And I had an epiphany. My dad wanted to take down this old shed that he had in his backyard, which had had many lives, right? It had been a diving board at my cousin's house, a swing set for us, a little goat nursery, and even a chicken shed at one point. I just didn't have the heart in me to say, no, don't do it, Dad. I don't want you to take that down. But I knew it needed another job, another purpose. And I did too, because I needed somewhere to sell and market my bread. The middle of winter is not really craft fair time. And so I was like, hey, you know what? If I started now, I could have a really cool little market by spring out at the end of my driveway that my kids could help with. I wouldn't have to go far from them to stock it and supply it. And I could just put out my extras, right? That's what I was thinking at the time. So we loaded it, we got it down the road, and there the mini mercantile was born. So that was in March of 2024. And I started every weekend selling my bread. I figured out how to take pre-orders. That was a big deal for me. And from there, it's just grown and flourished. So a year later, March 2025, I decided I needed a bigger space, maybe a more enclosed space, right? And something that I could weatherproof, add insulation to in the future, heating and cooling. And so I started the hunt for a larger shed. And boy, did I find one. It's much bigger than what we started out with, which was affectionately known as like an outhouse or a shack or a lean-to. There was a lot of names for it. And now we have the mini mercantile, right? That's my shed. So
How big is it
It's about an 8x10.
And was this where you went out and bought a shed and then had it brought in and placed?
Yes.
So this is actually physically a shed now.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the mini
Now
mercantile.
you're on
Yeah.
Starbuck Road.
Starbuck Road.
Many people know where Starbuck Road, but they don't know where you are on Starbuck Road.
Correct.
So if you're coming down 3C Highway toward Courthouse,
Yes.
turning onto Starbuck Road, where are you?
Okay, so you're past Walmart. You have Wilson Road on your right. That's where I grew up.
Right.
Starbuck Road on your left.
Right.
You turn left. You go over the railroad tracks, past the co-op, and we're the first brick house on the right.
Okay, I know
That's
that.
pretty
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too bad to find.
I went by it just the
And
other
your
day.
shed is
Mhm.
at the end of your driveway.
At the end of my driveway.
So, is this something that is on the honor system, or are you actually inhabiting the shed?
I do not
in your
inhabit
own-
the shed. There'd be no way I have time for that at this rate. I have a lot of gigs with my mom too, so I would not be able to inhabit that. And that was part of the beauty of being able to do it from my house. I still love going to vendor and craft shows. I do that regularly, and I actually am in the Bite Size Market here just around the corner.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. And I also market on Market Wagon, which is based just off of Tylersville Road in Westchester, and they service the greater Cincinnati, Dayton area. So,
And so you are spending most of your time driving around delivering all
Um,
your goodies.
I'd say about a third of my time.
So how has it? Have you had any issues with just leaving things and hoping that people will pay you what you are
There's-
wanting?
There's always a fear at first, right, that you're going to have something stolen. However, I really, really strongly believe that if we don't leave the honor system intact and there aren't those people that are brave enough to just let it naturally happen and trust people, then that's something that we'll lose as a society.
Sure.
You know, and I really believe in preserving that honor system culture. And
So
I
has
also,
it worked out for
it's
you?
really worked
So
out.
you
Yeah.
make things and put them out there in the shed, and then I pull off the road, go in, and you have like prices marked on each thing, and then like a little thing to put my $5 in or whatever it is.
Yes, yeah. We've got a little cash box, and we clear it out every night, right? And then we also have 3 other ways to pay, which is virtual. I actually receive a lot of payments that way. So at any given time, there's not a lot of cash sitting in the mercantile.
Which is good. Not to announce over this.
Exactly.
Somebody could go in and it's not a lot of
It
cash
happens.
there.
It happens. It totally happens. We do restocks throughout the day, and at that time, we go out and we check our inventory, we collect things, and yeah. So we're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every week. Friday is more towards the evening, so it's like 3 to 9:30. Those hours are getting ready to change, so I really hate saying this over the air.
Winter hours?
Yes, we will have some winter hours, which actually involves extended hours between now and the holidays. So, and then Saturday and Sunday all day from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m.
So I see on the back of your card you list all the goodies that you.
Oh yeah, I'm reading this right now.
Do you make all these?
Yes.
So you yourself make these, and what are your more favorite items that seem to go?
The sweet rolls and the bagels. Yeah, I worked at a bagel shop in college, so I found a real love for bagels. And so I try like some of the different flavors that I learned there, and I try to come up with new ones too. So like the cranberry orange, that was like really popular around Christmas. I love that
But
one.
no, she's a baker, but she doesn't make things out there at her place, Rick.
So I guess my question is, why didn't you bring in samples?
I know,
That's-
daggone.
I was thinking that too, as I went to take my break while ago before the
Maybe next time.
I'm thinking that.
That's
I'm thinking the blueberry bagels sound pretty good.
I'm thinking the raspberry.
So, so how early do you stop at your location?
So on Fridays, it's not until the afternoon. It's 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And then everything goes out for sure by 10 a.m. on Saturday and Sundays. However, it does pay to drive by early sometimes, right? If you're like one of my neighbors,
you might get some goodies.
yes, if I've got to leave at 8 a.m., then the mercantile is going to be open a little bit earlier than 10 a.m.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so it's funny. Some of my neighbors have like caught on to that little trick. And so like if my open flag is out before 10 a.m. and they're free, they'll come over
Okay.
and they'll raid things, which is cool. people passing by. We have the Wilmington machining just down the road, and those guys come in early and leave late, so they'll hit it up
So
too.
you have your regulars that come in,
Certainly.
and a lot of this stuff is good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could stop out and bring some stuff in on the way to the morning show, Rick.
Oh, yeah.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah, 'cause that's out my direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So, you said you have other locations.
Hmm.
You have the location in Westchester that you also supply.
They
with-
distribute for me, which is really, really cool. So
That
that's
makes
called
it-
Market Wagon,
Right.
and they take orders twice weekly. My Tuesday orders close on Sunday night, so I just got my pick ticket this morning for that. And then Thursday orders close on Tuesday nights.
Give you a 2-day.
Yeah, it's a tight turnaround for sourdough.
That is 2 days.
Sourdough is an extremely long process. It requires bulk fermentation and then a cold fermentation, right, in the fridge right after that. So
So now,
How long does it take to do sour bread?
it is at minimum a 24-hour process.
24 hours.
so I know that Elise Fife, she
Yes.
does a lot of stuff that she puts out in her little purple wagon.
Yes.
And sourdough is one of her more popular items, I guess, that she likes to do.
Yes.
And she actually teaches classes, I think, on it. So have
Yes.
you ever thought about, teaching some of the stuff that
We
you
do.
actually do as far as making some of your items?
Yes, and so that is one of the cool things that we just recently did this spring. I was asked to come and talk a little bit about homesteading as well, right?
Right.
So I ran something this spring called the Homestead Series.
Was this at Farm and Bottle?
I did. I taught a class at Farm to Bottle.
Right.
Yep, and I taught a sourdough class there. It was more of like a seminar, right? Because it wasn't as hands-on. I teach classes in my home that are more hands-on.
Right.
I've taught classes in other people's homes with more of their friends and families. But this spring I ran something called the Homestead Series because it is such a popular thing now, right? Modern homesteading. Totally different than what my grandmother did, what your grandmother did, what you might have done as a kid, right? But it's learning how to do that over again and fit it into a busy work schedule a lot of the time.
Wow.
So we did natural skincare, beef tallow. A lot of people are really into that right now. Yep, tallow products. And sugar scrubs is what I taught for that. And that's just something I do on the side, but I don't sell regularly, right? I learned how to do it so I could share my knowledge, but it's not something I do regularly. We also did a water bath canning class, which my little sister taught. Yes, water bath canning. And then coming up on October 12th, we have a high pressure canning class, which my friend Pam is teaching. So that's something to look forward to. We also taught starting seeds, sowing seeds. We did seed snails in the spring. And let's see, we had a sourdough class then as well, and a pasta making class. So it was like fully encapsulating what homesteading looks like in the spring. And that was really cool. We'll be doing that again this coming spring. I also have another class coming up. It's a pumpkin shaped loaf class. So we'll be making cute
Look like a
little
pumpkin. Oh my gosh.
Yep. And that is more for like the experienced baker. You've been baking for a little bit, and it's more of a shaping and scoring class than it is learning how to make sourdough from scratch.
So do you get into any of the home remedy stuff? Any of the?
I'd like to. It's something that I'm like working on right now. I have a dear Amish friend. We became friends last October, a little bit before that actually, last spring when I first opened the Mercantile. I actually taught her how to make sourdough, which sounds a little crazy. She was a baker long before that, but she hadn't started with sourdough yet. We connected. We get together at least once a week and bake together, which is really cool. We go to a lot of events together, so you'll see our faces out and about. And she is obviously into a lot of those natural remedies. She has things that she puts forth all the time. You know, if I say I have a toothache, she's like, hey, you could do this. And so I'd love to bring her in to teach a class on that. Yeah, I don't teach all of my own classes. I really believe in the community of homesteading and bringing other people in who share a deeper expertise in things. But there's a lot of classes that I teach myself too. Yeah.
So, what do you have like any events that are coming up or places that you're going to be
Yeah.
doing some? And a little something else on sourdough.
Mhm.
Sourdough, you have to cut it and you literally have to shape it to get
Yes.
the kinds of looks that they
Mhm.
do, because they do all kinds of crazy stuff with sourdough bread. And is that like during the curing or raising or?
So after the cold ferment, which is at least 12 hours into your process, some people call cold ferment for longer. That's at least actually beyond 12 hours into your process. You then would flip it out on your countertop, and you're gonna have a nice smooth surface, and it's gonna be kind of cold, which makes it easier to score. A lot of people add flour after that when they go to score their bread, which does make a unique pattern. However, I try to be as gluten-friendly as possible, and the flour that I would put on top of my bread to score it wouldn't be as gluten-friendly because it's not had time to break down and go through the sourdough process. So, shaping and scoring is a big thing. It's a big part of it, and that is really cool that you bring that up because I'm so excited to teach more of that in my upcoming class. So
when you talk about the cold,
yes,
when you talk about the cold fermentation, what kind of temperature are you talking?
just refrigerator
Just
temperature.
refrigerator. So years and years and years and years ago, when
Yes.
before refrigeration, will it still? How would they have done that?
They probably wouldn't have.
Okay.
Truth be told, you would bulk ferment on the counter, and
Okay.
at the conclusion of that, before it got overproofed, you would go ahead and bake it, and you can.
So it would be a little different.
The cold just slows down the yeast, right, and the development so that it doesn't overproof, but it gives the flour more time to be broken down and become more gluten friendly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is why, and I'd
That's
say
why
that
you do-
evolved at some time, right? Somebody realized, oh, hey, that didn't hurt my stomach as bad. I think I'm going to leave that in the fridge for a day or so
Right.
before I
Right.
bake with
Or if
it.
they had a
Okay.
back before
Yeah.
nowadays they would refrigeration basically they would have maybe had a dugout area
Yeah.
like a cellar type thing where they
Certainly.
canned and put things in the cellar.
Certainly.
They would have went to the cellar to do that where it's cooler down there, and
My Amish friend actually mixes in her cellar. Yeah. So it is cooler. It slows down her process a little bit. And she has an ice box, which is run mechanically, builds a big block of ice, has water in it that keeps it cool. And so that's what she does. And I that's probably, you're right. Those are probably the first steps to realizing, oh, hey, we can put this in a colder area.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's really cool. But if you guys want to know anything more about homesteading, I'm happy to answer any questions about that
Rick
too.
is wanting to probably take your class.
Well, I can't talk now because the women are all ganging up on me. Rick, get a mic. Rick, get a mic.
I love it.
We don't want Rick with a mic, women.
When I do get a mic, we get interference off the mics for some reason when it comes back this way. We'll have to run that down, but I'm
Do
not
you?
going to worry about
It's
it. today.
God telling
Yeah.
us, do not give this man a mic.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. We will be back, and maybe I'll have a mic.
Now give him the one that's not working.
The final resting place haunted junkyard is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Our hours of operation are 8 to 12 of midnight Friday and Saturday nights through the month of October. Our opening weekend is the last weekend of September.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Our mics are on. Go, Joe. Go, Joe.
Roller Haven's still on there.
I know. I've got to take it off. I got to reset these because they were all. All right, let's turn that off. Let me take that off. Go there.
There we go. Car Express with Troy Bach. Car Express, keep moving. 740-248-5300. Car Express, Washington Courthouse, right across from the Washington Courthouse High School. Has many cars on his lot. And I tell you what, if you drive by and see a car and say, hey, I'm looking for something like that, you better go see him because it will move fast. But if you pull in and that car's gone, tell him what you're looking for. Troy Bach can probably can get you that car somewhere in Ohio and bring it in for you.
So for all the Karens out in our audience today that were complaining about I can't be heard, and that must be because I asked such interesting questions, I guess. But anyway, I have a mic.
You don't know what you're asking for.
Yeah, you
people.
can listen and see whether we get that interference.
It's like Pandora's box.
Because a lot of times we bring
Opening
this
Pandora's
mic back
box.
here and we get, I'll try to keep it as, I don't know whether it's the electronics over here or what, but anyway, and it could be feedback from the box back here. Don't know.
When you start out your presentation on homesteading, where do you start out?
Where do I start out? So I like to start by saying, again, modern homesteading is different than the homesteading that what my grandparents grew up with and the taste that I got as a child.
Okay.
It usually starts now from a desire to save money or make money, right? However, I think if you stick on just that idea, it's going to fail. It's going to flop. And then the next part comes from where I kind of talked about with my sourdough is a hobby, okay? And finally, I think that satisfaction and knowing that what you're doing is home produced and you did it yourself, I think that's like the third element, right? And I think it takes all three to be successful and feel like you're being successful in homesteading. And you really have to focus on the latter two before you get to the first one. I see on TikTok a lot people talking about, and this is a venture I just started again for myself. I say again because I did it as a kid too. I got chickens, okay? They'll talk about, hey, my chickens just started laying and I got my first $500 egg, right? That's the joke. That's the joke because...
I understand that joke.
Yes, yeah, you spend so much money buying the chickens, paying for their feed for months before they ever produce a single egg, and then building a coop, and you have all of a sudden $500, $600, $2,000, who knows, it depends on the choices you make.
Right.
And those aren't necessarily choices people made back then. They used what was around, right? So things were maybe a little bit more affordable, and I try to tap into that as much as I can, but at the same rate, not all those resources are available to me. And so there are things I have to go out and buy new, and I don't get to get as creative on. But, you know, my husband really didn't want to build a chicken shed. And, shocker. God love you.
Where?
He didn't want to build a chicken shed.
Oh, didn't want to build.
Did not want to build one. Did not want to build
one.
one.
Do you actually live on like a mini farm? You have like 5 acres or?
So we actually just have 2 acres where our house is.
2 acres.
Yes.
Okay.
However, we're surrounded by our family's farm, and my parents live just a mile down the road as well. So we do a lot of things across the road too, right? So we have space to work within what we have. But yes, I wanted chickens at our house again. That stemmed from wanting my little kids to have a responsibility. Yeah. I wanted them to be able to help me with that. The dogs, we chose to have the dogs. We take care of the dogs as adults. You know, sometimes they help, but it's our responsibility with the dogs. The chickens, I thought there was a lot of benefits to it, right? I could have my own eggs just in my backyard, so that's one less late night Walmart trip I have to make.
True.
Which would be fun. And 2, my little kids just love those chickens. Yeah, and that stemmed into getting some kittens too. We got 3 kittens. We got coop kitties, and they go to bed every night too. Mm-hmm.
You don't ever cook any of those for Sunday dinner.
We don't typically eat the kittens. No,
Yeah.
no. That's not really something I'm interested in.
I meant the
She got you,
chickens.
Joe. She got you.
Chickens.
That one backfired on you, Joe.
Boy, it sure did. I sound like Rick right there. Michelle Tebow. Rick is called Mr. Sarcastic for a reason. When you're saying, oh, he needs a microphone because he may answer.
Way to go, Rick. Yeah.
He may ask some interesting questions.
That's good.
Rick is being very sarcastic with his
I'm
questions.
never sarcastic, Joe. Never.
How do you feel about off the grid?
Off the grid. Oh, I think that's a dream. That is a stinking dream. I think it'd be really cool to do. Am I close to that yet? No. Again, modern homestead. You know, going back to your question, eating the chickens for dinner. I have not wrung a chicken's neck. I barely want to touch the things. I'm just being quite frank. I'm not that far in. Modern homesteader here, okay? I'm dipping my toes in the water, taking a step at a time. Maybe sometime, you know, I get angry enough at a little rooster. Just got rid of one, so.
Roosters can be a little mean at times.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being chased by my parents when I was little. Out behind our house had chicken coops and kept the chickens. But every now and then the rooster would get out and it would chase us around the yard. Now we did, of course. Luckily for me, I don't ever remember naming any of our chickens.
Yeah.
So we weren't that close to them. You know, we tried to stay here, let them way back there. But we would. I can remember Mom in there plucking a chicken and eating it, and I never thought anything about. Is that one of the chickens? Was it our back? No, I didn't. No, it's just like, hey, that
That was
tastes
from
good.
Walmart, Joe.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
chickens didn't have anything to do with Joe. Now this is coming from a guy that his parents had to tie a pork chop around his neck to get the dog to play with him.
That's terrible, but I love it.
That's how I'm treated around this place.
Oh,
You
yes,
should
Joe.
start feeling sorry for me.
The victim.
They beg me to come in, then they make fun of me when I'm in.
There's got to be one
He
guy.
loves it.
I am begged.
He loves it.
There's got to be one guy.
He
yeah.
loves it.
So that's one element of homesteading I've stepped into recently. Like I said, is the chickens.
So when you say modern homesteader, you're basically saying you're not like off the grid, but you are sort of in between.
yeah.
You do a lot of things that people just go to the store and buy,
Yes.
but this way you have fresh product that your family eats, but also provide you with some things to do and some income as far as
Certainly.
and you've been doing this now since you said March of
March.
2024.
Mm-hmm.
So in that period of time, what would you say your progress has been as far as growth? Have you doubled or tripled or quadrupled or?
Ooh, that's a really good question, and I really should do some math there to figure it out. But I was probably going from making 4 or 5 sales in a weekend and being really excited about that in March of 2024 to now selling the equivalent of hundreds of loaves a week.
And so you look back on that and you think
Yeah.
Man, that
you
keep you
wouldn't
busy.
you wouldn't be satisfied to go back and worry about 4 or 5 because you've built this business up. That so what has your husband thought about all this? Because I'm assuming this was just something that he thought, oh yeah, she'll be doing this for a week or 2 weeks, and she'll get into something else.
Right.
And it's actually become a business, hasn't it?
Right. It has. It has. So God love him. We have been together since we were 15 and 18.
Wow.
And so he knows me at this point, right? He's
I
seen me
guess.
bring home a critter or two to my parents' home. So he knew what he was getting into and what he signed up for. And he is so patient with everything that I do and that I choose to do. And a lot of the times he knows that it is an ADHD fixation, right? Like I hyperfixate on things. And in saying that, when I first started sourdough, I didn't buy all the tools. I didn't buy a starter kit. I kept it very simple because I thought, okay, this is just a hyperfixation. I'll be over this in a couple weeks. You're right.
Right.
Yes, I do that, and I will admit to that. And however, I was shocked to find that it stuck. I really love it, and it's cool that I do, and I've been able to grow a business. And like I said, God love him. He built my chicken run for me. We sourced a coop from a friend, which is really cool. He just goes along with whatever idea I have. He's really supportive and helpful.
It keeps you busy. He knows you're doing this, and it's helpful for you and things. So it went
Certainly.
from a hobby to a business.
And so how many children do you have?
2 right now.
And what are their ages?
2 for another few days. He turns 3 October 4th.
Right.
Wow.
And
That's
a
Saturday.
4-year-old. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And so between all the baking and all the stuff that you do, now do you do all the deliveries or does someone else do them for you or how does that work?
I have an amazing community around me. My whole family helps. And sometimes I don't know that they knew they were going to help with a project before they get signed up for it. I'm really good at recruiting and delegating, and they make fun of me for it. I'm kind of that guy, okay? I'm kind of that guy. I'll recruit them to do something that they didn't even know they were going to do. I talked my sister into learning how to sew this past winter. God love her. Now she makes all of our beeswax wraps. I made her come in and teach a sewing class. She's great, and I find things for everyone to do. My dad, he works towards Sharonville, and so He has a warehouse down there. Sometimes he does deliver for me down to Market Wagon, which helps. That takes a little.
Right, since he's already
Lightens my
that
load.
direction towards Westchester.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that does help a little bit. I do a lot of the deliveries myself, though, just because I enjoy it, right? That's my full circle. That's the satisfaction part of the homesteading, right?
Right.
And you have to have all
You
three
get to
elements.
actually see where it goes and the people that buy it. And
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I do like to organize. Not everything in my house or my life is organized. Please know that. I will admit to that too. But it's really cool down there to be able to put everything in your own customer's bag and know that that's going to show up at their door in a few hours. And no, I don't do that whole part, but it's cool just to get it there.
so you said that people now can order online.
Mm-hmm.
How does that process look? Is there a website?
Yep.
Where do they actually go
Yes.
to make contact
Yeah.
so that they can buy your products and services there?
Okay, so you can find us on Facebook, The Mini Mercantile, and in our top description, we have 2 blue links. We have the hot plate link, which will take you to my storefront. That'll tell you if I have any classes coming up that can be signed up for, and that'll also tell you about my weekly drops, which is just a pre-order that you'd come and pick up. We have pickups on Friday and Saturdays. We will be getting back to our Wednesday pickups come the holiday season too, so I like to mention that. And then on top of that, we have the Market Wagon link, which is the second blue link. You can click on that. And they do deliver to the Wilmington area, and that would be twice a week on a Tuesday or a Thursday. So we can essentially get goods to you 4 days a week, which is really
and
cool.
part of that is they can actually go to your location,
Mm-hmm.
walk in, and look at the things that are available there, and then
Yes.
make the purchase right there and take it home.
Yes.
Do you deliver to New Vienna?
You know, if I
Trying to
needed
get you to deliver something to Jerry there.
If I needed to for a friend, I sure would. I sure would. I've delivered to my friends' houses before. We've been doing mini pies for weddings recently.
Oh, mini
which is cool.
pies?
Yes, yes. So that is something that is not able to be pre-ordered through my website, but people reach out via Facebook Messenger. And yeah, I just had 50 pies go out 2 weekends ago, and I've got another 150 to go out yet in the month of October.
Wow, you stay busy.
Yeah.
So, what does your kitchen look like if you're doing all this at home? Have
How many
you,
ovens you have?
I was gonna say.
One. Just one right now. And
So this is like a regular oven and a stove, and
Yes.
you're doing all this out of a single oven?
yes, yes. I have purchased a bread oven. It is not hooked up yet. My dear husband needs to do a little bit of electrical work.
Some honeydew work there.
Yes, yes. And so I'll be getting into that before the holidays with a bread oven. However, I've just operate out of my home oven right now. We had a crazy September. We had 5 events in 4 weeks of September.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of bread.
Yeah, it is.
That is a whole lot of bread.
Wow.
But I did it. My oven was running basically 24/7. I did recruit help from my friend Susie. I knew that I couldn't fully cover the events myself. And so I asked for help. I said, hey, what are you able to make? And she and I connected, and she made some things too, which was really great. We have a nice working relationship there, which I think is important.
Yeah.
Again, in the community.
Yeah.
Now, who was out at Farm and Bottle?
Susie and I.
That was Susie that
Yes.
was with you. Okay. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, about the Buckeyes.
Yes.
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 Yeah, she makes a lot of different candies too.
So, with the holidays coming up, do you have anything specials planned? Any specialties?
Yeah, I actually
plan
just
on
rolled
holidays?
out. Yeah, this morning I just rolled out bread bowls again. That was really.
Bread bowls?
Oh. Yep, that was really popular. Of course, each cold season, I only got a few out March of 2024 before it got too warm to really want to eat soup. And then I brought them back last year during the cold season. And again, this morning they rolled out. So the first bread bowls will go out this Friday and Saturday, which is very exciting. And I actually have another friend who makes dry soup mixes that we sell. And I have a soup and bread bowl combo. That's one of our specials. And that'll be a special through the month of October.
Getting
So,
hungry.
We do market for Thanksgiving and Christmas, which is a little chaotic. Those pre-orders come out a month prior to each holiday. That way we can have a little bit of time to plan because it's a lot of baking. So it takes more than just a few days turnaround on that. Now orders do close a little bit early for those holidays, but you never know what I'll cook up as far as a special. Like I said, usually just pops in my head and I'm like, hey, that would be really cool. I think people would enjoy that. And then I try it. So yeah, last year we did like 3 pies for $35, which is a fantastic
That's
deal.
a good price.
But it's a little bit easier for me, right, when I don't have to make a bunch of different flavors. So if somebody's having a big gathering or they want to share a couple of pies and they want to order all the same flavor, I'm able to offer a little bit of a better deal in terms of, yeah. So be looking for something like that in the near future. I'll have a whole list of classes coming out. I'd say come December, and then we'll teach all through the winter as well.
So when you're doing these classes, you're not baking, or you're baking actually product that you're going to be selling that you're showing them how you bake it. So you're sort of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak, 2 chickens with
Yes.
1 stone. So you're able to actually show them how it happens, and also then have product that you're putting out in the store or sending.
So the products that we bake in a class, I never sell to another customer, but those people that are taking the class are my customers, right? So they get to take home
What
at
they
minimum 2 products for every class, which is cool.
Oh, so that's part of the class.
So yeah, the registration fees includes the loaves or the product that you get to take home.
Well, what's it cost for a class?
It varies.
Okay.
For my sourdough classes, about $35.
Okay.
And then my upcoming classes, the canning class, it'll be $25, and the pumpkin shaped loaf class, that's $25 as well.
But you're not only paying to learn, but you're getting to take home something.
Right.
So that's sort of like you're taking the class for free. You know, that's excellent. You know,
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. So it's really cool. I always send about 3 loaves home for a regular sourdough class.
So at the rate you're going, sounds like the expansion, it's been pretty good. Have you already thought about what you're going to have to do to expand so you can actually do more baking and have a larger space to work in? And
We are thinking about that.
okay,
Does your
Yeah.
husband know this?
Yes, he does.
So he's on board.
We are talking about expanding our home a little bit. I want to keep it a home bakery. That
Oh, well, that would be nice.
is a definite. I've always known a storefront isn't in my reality while I have little kids, just because I don't want it to be. I could make it a reality. I know I could. I have that confidence and that know-how. I could make it happen, but I don't want to.
So when you're saying storefront, like a brick and mortar storefront,
like
Right.
in here making this a
bakery.
although you're
Right.
getting some of that since you are selling through other locations, like this
Correct.
location here in Wilmington.
Correct.
And now, did you do anything at the farmers market during the summer or anything?
No, I have not done the farmers
Is that
market
something
at
you're
all yet.
thinking of?
I would love to. However, I know I'm going to have to tap my community. My mom also owns a floral business, and that does consume a lot of my Saturdays. Yes, so we do florals and wedding
So
coordinating.
you also do arrangements and stuff like that?
I don't a lot. My mom really does, but I nudged her to open the business, and now I know I have to support her.
Oh, yes, yeah.
you are a busy lady.
Yeah, intentionally.
Wow.
Intentionally, I like it that way. You know.
And
so
raising 2 young kids.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
Well,
hey,
you stay that busy, and the kid that's this big, and like you blink your eyes, they're going to be this big real quick.
And helping bake.
Yeah.
My daughter told us yesterday, she said when she turns 5, she's going to work. Yep, like mommy and daddy, when she turns 5, she's going to work. So I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
That's good.
she's 4, she'll be 5 in February. I'm like, she's got a long way to go. She also thinks she's going to drive
Oh,
when
well.
she turns 5. Yes, she's got big ideas just like me. I mean, spitting image, God love her. Yeah,
I know a 5-year-old like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
We all know a 5-year-old like that.
Yes. So she's pretty special. She tells me all the time she wants to do something, and really that's where my chicken project came in. I was like, okay, this can be a job we all do together, and that's okay. You know, it's for our family, so it's a good job to work, right? Taking care of the critters we have. So yeah, and going back to that storefront idea, you know, I know that's not a reality right now, but who knows where I'll grow to in the future. Right now, we want to renovate our house, grow into a bigger kitchen, and see what we can do within that. And hopefully that'll give me some more space, a little more space to wash some dishes. I'm constantly running the dishwasher.
Well, it's like a lot of things. You don't make a decision and say next week we're starting this. So the storefront thing, like you said, I don't want to do it while I've got kids at home. Okay, so 5 years old or close. So you can make this like a 10-year plan or
Yes.
something like that, and start putting something away for that, so that now and you're planning ahead, getting the things ready, and so by the time you're ready to go, you're just taking off. You've got the money to back it up, and you've got the idea, you've got this, and
Yeah.
you've got the help.
It's
because
also
your
nice
kids
to
are now
have-
grown up and they can work now.
Exactly.
It's nice
Now
to
that
have,
5-year-old can do the job.
Right, right.
with
I should
having
record it.
production at home, that makes it nice too. Because the kids are there, you can watch the kids, but at the same time, you've got all the things that you want to do right there at home, and you don't have to worry about leaving, going somewhere, and yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I take it they're going to be homeschooled.
No, as
Oh,
of
well.
right now, we're not. My daughter's in preschool. My son will be in preschool at some point here. We're not sure about the answer on that just yet. So
So you do want some away time space.
I,
Send them to
a
school
little
then.
bit, and I've always said I was going to homeschool. However, we have a fantastic early intervention program here in Clinton County, and we have done the preschool transition for my daughter, which has been fabulous. And I absolutely love the Holmes Elementary preschool staff. They've been great for her. So that has pushed me to public school her to this point.
Yeah.
She's been doing that she's on her 3rd year now.
I got a granddaughter that started Homes this year.
Yeah, they're wonderful, and I feel really comfortable them going there, and I know she's getting value out of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I'm not still obviously open to the idea of homeschooling. I really, really would love to homeschool. However, right now, so long as we're all
Where
thriving,
would you have the time?
Yeah.
I'd figure it out. I'd surely figure it out, no doubt.
If there's anybody that could do it, I'm sure she could.
Wow.
She'll be raising 2 bakers.
They have all their own little baking tools. Rest assured, they do. They have all their own little baking tools. They want to learn how to shape sourdough already. They both want to get their hands in it. I do have to sacrifice a little bit of dough every week for them to get their little hands into. We've learned, okay, this is for customers. We don't touch this dough, but here is some for you.
Yeah.
So I'm always making a little bit extra
Sort of
for them to
like
enjoy.
Play-Doh, but
Actually, you know what? I prefer the sourdough. Now,
then the store-bought Play-Doh, yeah.
it's a little easier to clean, but don't let it dry all the way. Yeah. Play-Doh, it's got those colors in it, right? So some of those colors have a transfer, I've learned. Now the sourdough, you might catch me with it on my clothes at any given day, but it does wash out and it just turns white and flaky. I rub my arm because I get it on my arms all the time, right?
Yeah.
And they know, man, when mom's hands are in the sourdough, that is their time to get
Sort of
rowdy.
like Rick, white and flaky.
Those kids, I mean, that's when they find time to get into mischief. Is when I'm mixing my dough. They know. They know.
Mom's busy.
I've got my hands in dough, and if I take my hands out of dough and I go touch everything across the house to get to what they're getting into, it's quite entertaining some days. I'll be walking around like this and being like, hey, you guys have to stop. You guys have to stop. So, but they're great. I love working around them, and I wouldn't trade that for the world.
Yeah.
So, but you get used to like timing things out and how things can fit into your week. And I do like to mix a lot when my husband's home, thank goodness. Either he can be entertaining the kids or carrying bowls of flour for me, which is great. Do you guys have any more questions about
No, but
homesteading,
we have something for you
sourdough?
after we come back. Let's take a break, and then Joe, have you got a
I
game
got
to
a
play?
game on here. You can play the
All right.
game.
So,
All right.
lights are off, and we'll be back.
The final resting place haunted junkyard is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Our hours of operation are 8 to 12 on midnight Friday and Saturday nights through the month of October. Our opening weekend is the last weekend of September.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, the perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com, or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome to downtown Wilmington, Ohio, the place to be. Experience something new with your family and friends in this vibrant and family-friendly historic district. When it comes to dining, shopping, and entertainment, downtown Wilmington has it all. From quick bites to high-end diners, we have a variety of food options to satisfy your taste buds. Explore our artisan boutique shops, jewelers, and florists for unique finds. Pamper yourself with soothing spa treatments, rejuvenating massages, and stylish haircuts at our top-notch studios. Dive into the world of art with our captivating galleries. And catch a show at the historic Murphy Theater, featuring awe-inspiring performances and cultural events. Immerse yourself in history by visiting our iconic landmarks, such as the Murphy Theater, historic General Denver Hotel, our Cultural History Center, and beautifully preserved historic architecture. Throughout the year, Main Street Wilmington hosts a variety of exciting events that embody the spirit of our town. From the Hometown Holodazzle Illuminated Parade to the family-friendly Halloween event and our lively wine walk, there's always something fun happening. Additionally, the Convention and Visitors Bureau presents a summer concert series featuring the annual Rock the Block, and we also have our weekly farmers markets. We boast a designated outdoor refreshment area where you can purchase alcoholic beverages and carry them as you explore the town. So what are you waiting for? Plan your next weekend getaway in downtown Wilmington. Head over to mainstreetwilmington.com for all the latest updates on events, dining, shopping, and entertainment. Downtown Wilmington, Ohio is the place to be. We extend our gratitude to Ralph's American Grill, World Equestrian Center, and R&L Carriers for their sponsorship that supported the creation of this video.
So I feel like
Lights are on.
Here we go.
We're back.
Yeah.
So, it's game time.
Oh boy.
Am I ready for this?
Yeah, you are. You ready?
Oh, you're ready for
Well,
it.
let me explain the game
I'm
to you a
never
little bit.
ready for it.
It's from a game show that's on television.
Okay.
And what we do is we'll give you the first word. And then I'll give you the first letter of the second word
Okay.
that ties in with that first word. Like, for instance, if I said flag and the next word starts with R, it could be red for a red stripe that's on the flag.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's got to have some connection.
That's
Mine
kind
went
of
like-
obscure. Wouldn't it be more like flag P, like flag pole?
It could be.
That would make
That's
more
where my
sense.
mind
flag
went.
pole.
Why would you
flag
say
pole.
flag and
It
R
has
for
to.
red?
It has to have some connection.
We go through
Jerry,
this all
we're
the
going
Alright.
down that rabbit hole again today. I
we
just
go
have a
through
No,
feeling.
these
we
are
go
from.
through this all the time.
I got these from the game show.
Okay.
They're from the television game show. I get it on the. Just go to the computer. It shows you the show, and while they put the, I'm writing the words down that they're putting up, so they're their words, not mine. No
I
complaint.
should have been watching TV the last couple
But
weeks.
we're gonna. It's gonna be Jer Bear against and you can have the women that are on
Oh,
watching
the
the
women
show.
are slow. They
They unfortunately they'll come in like it's like a lifetime, a 2-minute lag or something.
when we go to the online version,
That'll be immediate.
we should be able to get faster.
Hopefully,
So,
but
Jer Bear,
Rick will screw it up somehow.
do you want to play or do you want me to play? I've got a microphone now so they can hear me.
Yeah,
so.
I'll play. I mean,
All right, so Jerry's going to play.
Okay.
You want to be her partner against Rick. And
Oh,
the-
you're
and
going
these
to
people.
gang up on me?
Yes,
Oh,
that's good.
we've not done that before.
I know it. We're going to do something new
We've
today.
not done that before.
You and Jer Bear are going to go against Rick and his compadre.
yes, Michelle. Joe will have you confused before it's over. Don't worry. All right, so it's 2 against 1.
No, it's
You've
you
got a
and
whole
your
community.
compadres.
Oh, you mean I'm going to get the help of the women online?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh wow.
All right.
All right, here we go.
All right, so it is Rick and
Now we got
Our online
number
crowd.
A and now different than the game show on TV. Game show on TV, you guys all go for the same. Like if there's
are
6
you women
words,
ready?
you go for the same 6 words, and if you're wrong, they go to them. We give you your own, and then they'll have their
Don't
own.
confuse.
Okay.
Don't confuse, Joe.
Okay.
All right, so
You want number A or number B as far as
column.
column?
Column A.
Column A. You want to go first or second?
I'm going to go first.
All right, Rick will go first. with
Throw me
column
into
B.
the fire.
All right.
All
And
right.
you women better hold your end up.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Your first word, Rick, is space.
I have to show their comments. All right. So the what first word is space?
Space. Second, our first letter is S.
Face S.
Space. Space. Outer space.
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 Space S.
S.
So space S.
Like, there's a lot of space right here.
There's a
Space
lot of
S.
space for you right here.
Right here.
Space S.
He'll, say,
Ladies,
he'll ask the same question for 45 minutes.
Well,
and then-
I'm stalling.
Wait, give me time to answer.
I'm stalling. So
I
Michelle
know.
says, let's do it. All right. Space S is.
You got 5 seconds.
Well, they have to have more than 5 seconds because there's a lag.
Too bad.
Space suit.
Wrong.
Oh, well, they didn't guess.
Wrong. Too bad. Wide.
Spaceship.
Your first letter is O.
Wide open.
Wide. First guess is open for letter O. Correct.
Joe, you're being too dramatic.
I know it. I love it.
Okay.
Open S. Open
Open
S.
It's not-
spaces.
Open it's not sesame.
Open spaces?
Open space.
Well, with Joe, it could be sesame.
I know. That's what scares me.
I got it from the TV show, not me. So which one you gonna go for?
Now it does scare me. Open space is good. Open.
Okay, you're going open spaces? Wrong.
Kevin says space squid for ours.
Space squid.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right. Space SH.
Spaceship.
Wrong.
What?
When did we get to steal? I do want to do
Open
that.
SE.
Kevin says open squid.
Right, Kevin.
God, do you
Kevin
really
Smart.
Sesame?
Maybe. Open sesame.
Go for it.
Open
Sesame.
sesame.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. This is going
I do
bad.
that a lot.
Sesame.
First thing you boob and then don't do it.
Sesame S.
How about sesame seed?
Well, of course. That makes sense. Sesame seed.
Mm,
What do you think?
I think Sesame Street. I don't know.
Oh,
That's where my
Sesame
brain
Street's
went.
a good one too.
Yeah.
Sesame Street is correct.
Oh.
There you
go. Good job.
right?
Pulled it
What a
out there
team.
for you.
Street C.
We know what that is.
Street C. Street corner.
Name
street,
desire. Name desire.
Street corner. Street.
We're still on space.
Street car.
My head goes to Street Cat. I don't know.
That's why I said desire.
Do I?
You've got 2 words left. He's got like 5 left.
What are you thinking?
Street cleaner. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Street cleaner.
You're overthinking this.
Yeah, I know.
Joe, we don't
You got
need
the-
your whistling.
The music going?
Street. I'm still thinking maybe street corner.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Street corner.
Eh.
Do you know
All
the
right,
answer?
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Space SHU.
Space shuttle.
Space Shuttle.
Way to go, girls.
Shuttle B.
Shuttle B?
B.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like in backyard.
Shuttle B.
Shuttle backyard.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
They know what it is.
No,
What
we're
is
not
it?
telling.
Shuttle Bay.
Shuttle what?
Bay.
Wrong. Eh. Street.
Shuttle up your mouth there, Joe.
Street CA.
You gonna try it this time?
Streetcar. Streetcar.
Streetcar.
Listen, it was car or cat, and we said
And
both.
for the final word to win the game,
Did they go first?
you did.
Yes.
Car A.
We've got our word already, so don't
Car
miss.
A. Car
I know.
Car A.
Start the timer.
A.
See, they don't have a lag, Joe. You can start the timer sooner for them.
Oh, car A. He says he can start the timer sooner for us. That's not fair.
And
What'd she say?
Life,
Car.
life
you don't always get treated fair in this
life
game.
is not fair here.
That's all right. That's all right.
Car.
I don't know.
Well, they can pass if they want to, Joe.
You gotta throw a word out there as a guess.
What's their word?
Wow, car A.
Car
Car
A.
Car A.
I
I don't know.
Antenna.
don't know.
Antenna.
Car antenna.
Our antenna is wrong.
All right.
All right, over here.
Shuttle
B. U.
bus.
Shuttle bus.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah, you notice Rick is not getting these. The ladies are getting these for Rick.
Well,
And
He's
he always
so
says,
nice to him today.
yeah, he is being
I'm
nice.
always
today.
nice to the
He's always
women.
talking bad about you,
I'm
especially
al-
when he goes, "We're off the air. Your mics are closed." Then you ought to hear him talk
Well,
about
I'm
even
you.
when
always
playing
talking
against
nice
them.
about our ladies.
Yeah.
Bus P.
Bus P?
Yes, what you do on the bus. Bus P.
Oh,
Bus
She
P.
laughed at that
I got
one.
a story about that.
Bu-
That's killing me.
Bus P.
You can't be doing that.
Bus P.
5 seconds.
I gotta wait for my women.
Reagan.
Bus P, ladies.
That's what you always say. You gotta wait for your women.
Could be.
You think you know it?
What?
Their own word. They're playing
our
their own
word.
game over here.
Oh. They're
You're
playing
on your
their
own.
game.
You're on your own.
Bus P.
I give the guest a little time here, but that's the guest. You're not a guest.
Oh, I'm not a guest. Bus P.
Five,
Oh, now the 5. Bus passenger.
4. Passenger wrong. All right.
Oh, well, Vicky.
For the game,
Uh-oh, here we go.
car A L.
Uh-oh, that wasn't right, was it? Car.
Alarm.
Car alarm! Ding ding ding
All
ding
right,
ding
way to
ding
go.
ding ding. They won.
It was a bus pass, wasn't it?
Yes. he said pass. He goes, Ginger.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, you can help him get the next 2 words.
I got 2 left.
Pass J.
Pass J?
J.
Pass
It's not
J.
Joseph.
Pass judgment.
Pass judgment is correct.
Joe doesn't spell it that way.
And J, judgment, first letter is D.
Judgment Day.
Judgment
There
Day.
you go.
What is
Rick,
this?
that's Rick.
Is this a
Because
movie?
He's worried about Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Judgment Day.
Yeah.
So, the guest beat the evil, whatever his name is now.
I'm not evil anymore. I've been.
You're still
elevated.
evil.
No, I
Believe
can't
me,
believe
people,
how
he's
nice
still
he was
evil.
today.
Yeah.
Wow, when he needed help.
But he needed help from the women. He didn't talk bad about them like he normally does.
Well, according to Sarah Fife, I'm a big flirt.
We know that is true.
So
too.
you had something that you wanted to tell us about Bus P.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell the story. We got time.
My husband was a bus driver in Columbus. Yeah, and my dad talked about his friend who was
You
a
mean
bus
like
driver.
a CODA bus driver?
Like a cabs bus driver for the
Okay.
campus area.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess that Dad's friend had some people peeing in the back of his bus one night. So I'm like, that would be terrible. And that was one of those horror stories that was like, there to get my husband all stirred up about starting to drive a bus, right?
Oh, my.
I'm like, can you imagine college students peeing on the back of a bus?
So these were college students?
Well, they've been. It was just like late at night after they've been out. Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
went and drank too many beers and
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
like Rick and.
Oh, yeah. I'm a bit heavy drinker.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's this? He should have checked his phone. Why? Are you sending stuff to my phone that I'm not getting here? No, it's the same thing. Well, anyway, all right. Well,
Maybe it comes faster over your phone. is what you
let's
think.
get all the important things we want to touch on as far as where you're located, your
Yep.
products, your services, where else they can find those. Let's get all that
Yeah.
to sort of wrap things up here.
Absolutely. So the Mini Mercantile is located at 600 Starbuck Road here in Wilmington. You can find us on Facebook and pre-order through Hot Plate or Market Wagon and have it delivered right to your door. You can also find all of our products in the Bite Size Market just around the corner from the Murphy here. And if you need anything special custom ordered, you can message me on Facebook through the Mini Mercantile.
You got that.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for coming in, and we don't have our marquee up today, so we'll have to have her back and have her. We have a beautiful logo on the marquee up here.
Yes.
But
Have you gotten the new logo yet?
we're revamping the logo, and see, Joe thinks that I have all this
He
extra
takes-
time.
He takes 6 months to do it. He'll say, "Oh, I'll do that tomorrow," and then 6 months later, have you done it? Well, not yet. I'm getting it ready.
You know, I don't think they got anything going on Saturday night here at the Murphy, do they? I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard
The
that
11th?
we got anything.
Any
So
no
is there a
kid
movie this
shows?
week?
Saturday afternoon they do.
They have a matinee.
Saturday afternoon they got the puppet show.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right.
that's
That's
right.
the puppet show.
The
Yeah.
puppet show.
Free
Yeah.
puppet show.
What's it called?
They're gonna have the Fabulous Fairy Tales and then Spooky Tales. That's with Squintin Melly.
What time?
5 o'clock.
Joe wants to come. So are you
Free
bringing
show.
your
Get it on the air.
grandkids?
Huh?
You bringing the grandkids?
You know, I don't know.
You haven't talked to them about it?
No, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen those two.
5 o'clock matinee puppet show here at the Murphy. Bring your children in or kids and
But there
and
is
yourself. And
there
come
is a
in.
movie Friday night, Mean Girls.
Rick says yes. Saturday is a free puppet show. There is a movie.
I will not be
There's a
here
movie Friday night.
What's
Mean
the-
Girls.
Mean Girls. That's right.
I will not be here
That's
Friday.
the story of Joe Davis's life. Mean Girls. They always
Yeah.
pick on him.
Yeah.
Saturday, yeah, Rick Morton. Saturday is the
Saturday.
free puppet show. See, I didn't even realize that. I was
Wow.
thinking it might be a couple bucks in.
Nope.
Free puppet show. Bring your children in and watch the free puppet show. And this is not your normal
And
little
I
tiny
don't know
puppet.
how you
This
would
is
find
very
free
interesting.
time to do it, but that might be a good thing for the kids.
We've got a big wedding on Saturday.
Oh,
So sadly,
yeah.
yes. But I will tell my husband about it. Every now and then he's adventurous.
Well,
is
find someone, you know, your kids don't want to go to that.
Oh,
So find
exactly.
someone that's not wanting to go to that either
Yes.
and have them bring
Well,
the kids
adults
in.
like to go to weddings, Joe.
No, kids don't want to go to a wedding.
Well,
And there's certain
they're not
guys.
They're not 5 yet. So they can't drive.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain.
Until they're 5, they
You
can't.
love to go to you love to go to weddings. You've been to 4 of them already.
Well, at least of my own.
You and Jerry, between the both of them, they're almost to a dozen. They're going for a baker's dozen.
It's
I
4
think.
each. Come on, Joe.
When
They're
you're ready
going
for your
for a
next
baker's
call
dozen.
me, we'll supply you with some flowers and pies. Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry wants to get married again just to get the pies.
No, that's,
I'll make you a pie any other time, okay?
There you go.
okay,
Jerry.
good. That'll work. Hey, we really appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate you guys giving me the time to come in.
And you know, and any time that you'd like, if you got something that you're wanting to come back in, let's come in, talk about your classes, talk about
Yeah.
you know your.
And you've got Sarah's information.
Yes.
Sarah would be the person you contact, and she'll get you
So
scheduled in.
because you've got like all this going on, well, pick one thing
Yeah.
and come in and just talk about that one thing. That'll take up a whole show
I'd
right
like
there.
to see some live bread cutting or something, but we don't have enough cold plates here or whatever.
Oh, you give me a minute, I can come up with something, okay?
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
that
I'm
would
really
be-
good at working on the fly if we need to come up with something like that. So, yeah.
And do we have a word of the day or anything like that to finish off with, or anything
I don't-
special?
Do you?
Heck no.
Well, we have all this bar top, so you could actually be doing
That'd be
something
cool.
back here,
Yeah.
and we could do
We
that.
got a lot of stuff behind the bar
that's
top
so
too.
cool. Coming up on the holidays, I'd love to do that with you guys. Yeah, like November, hit me up.
Yeah, so maybe we'll figure that we'll do a class
Absolutely.
right here.
Figure
Yeah,
out
that'd
some
be
things
great.
you want
On
to
the
do,
show.
how you want to do it, and in the
Absolutely.
short time here that we can do it in, because
Yeah.
your class, I don't know how long your classes normally take.
Usually 2 hours. However, I've condensed them all the way down to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Oh
So-
wow.
Well,
Yeah.
we got 2 hours, and as long as we can eat whatever you make.
Is that one of those?
Yes, I'll bring snacks next time, okay?
That half
All right.
hour is it? Okay, shut up and listen.
No. We can definitely chat throughout. Yeah. People have a good time when they come to my classes because there's a good blend.
I can imagine.
There's a good
yeah.
blend. So,
I tell you what, this was very, very interesting
Yes.
today and informative. So
thank you. All right.
glad to have you.
All right.
So we'll be back tomorrow.
Who, all of us?
Well, I don't know. We might leave
I don't know.
Joe off since he had this ridiculous
I'm not
game
coming
tonight.
Friday. I know that.
We'll have Rick back tomorrow. Rick will be in
Rick
tomorrow.
Morton will be in tomorrow, right? So
So Rick will be here. Rick, Joe and Jerry.
Unfortunately,
PRR,
I'll be back.
JJ.
The people have to look at me one more day. Yeah.
Oh.
So,
all right.